What is going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily Rewind, episode 16. It's sweet 16 episode of the GregglesTV Daily Rewind show. And if you don't know what the show is all about, it is a rewind of the past week's tech news. That's simple, and I throw everything from the past week all into one video so you don't have to go searching for your tech news. And we had a pretty big week. OnePlus 6T, we confirmed with the in-display fingerprint sensor. We have a bunch of Galaxy S10 news coming out in this week's news, or this week's episode. Also Galaxy Note 9 Silver Edition, and much more. Also the new iPhones. We go in depth and talk about those as well. So a big week. Check out the episode, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the news. The OnePlus 6T is pretty much official at this point, and OnePlus has put out a tweet showing some of the information about the OnePlus 6. So the image that they tweeted out today shows 11 o'clock, Wednesday, October 17th. Most likely because the phone is going to come out, at least be launched that day. So let's go with that the launch date for this will be October 17th, because why else would they just choose a random day that's basically about a month in the future? So October 17th looking like the launch date for the OnePlus 6T. OnePlus 6T should have a very nice looking design, which should be all screen basically, and then a little teardrop for the camera on the front, and that's basically it. It's not going to have that notch like the rest of the phones will have. Also, you can see at the bottom, well, you see 80% for battery life, but besides that, below at the bottom, you can see that it's going to have an in-display fingerprint sensor. So the in-display fingerprint sensor is confirmed now for the OnePlus 6T. So if you're wondering if this OnePlus 6T will have fingerprint sensor in the display, it will, and that's going to be very futuristic and it's going to be a very accessible phone to get, especially for Americans that are looking to get a phone that's going to work on all the networks. Well, not all the networks, but all the GSM networks out here. This would be a great phone to pick up that has that in-display fingerprint sensor. Also, speaking about OnePlus, it looks like their Bullet headphones are now wireless. They have passed through the FCC. So if you're like their Bullet headphones or wanted to get them, they will be wireless this time around as well. So look at that, October 17th, just around the corner for a brand new flagship phone, guys. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about Verizon 5G Home. Now, 5G is the successor to 4G or LTE, whatever you want to call it. So 5G is basically a lot faster than LTE, and 5G Home from Verizon is coming out as of October 1st, and on September 13th, you can order it in select cities. Now, Verizon 5G Home, like I said, arrives October 1st. It'll be available for order in the following cities on September 13th in certain neighborhoods, that is Houston, Indianapolis, Los Angeles, and Sacramento. October 1st, it's not like you're going to be able to order it everywhere still. It's only going to be those cities at that point probably still. It's going to cost $50 per month if you have a qualifying smartphone plan with Verizon, or $70 per month if you're not a Verizon wireless customer. The price does include taxes and fees. There's also no contract for 5G Home. The speeds that you're looking to get would be at least 300 megabits per second or as fast as 1 gigabit. No data cap, so you can use as much data as you want with this service. Also, if you sign up, you get free white glove installation and equipment, as well as a free router and free router upgrades as they become available in 2019. Also, this doesn't stop right here. If you sign up, you get 3 months free of YouTube TV and, this is crazy, a free Apple TV 4K or a Google Chromecast Ultra. Pretty fantastic deal if you ask me. I currently pay, my family, we pay $120 to have unlimited data, not have any caps on it at all, and it's still kind of crappy and slow. So if this was available in my neighborhood, I would gladly take the chance to try it out, at the very least, just to even try it out for a month anyway. It's free for the first 3 months as well. So it's like It's crazy. This is an amazing deal, and hopefully they keep the no data cap, because if they do, it's a total winner at $70 to have 5G networking speeds at your house and be able to do all that cool stuff. And the last story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 9. It looks like there will be a new color, and it'll only be available, get this, in America, the United States. And it looks like it's going to be the silver color, as you can see right here. And it is a pretty, normal looking silver color from what we've had in the past with these silver phones for Galaxy phones. I don't love it. I think the blue and the purple look great. Silver's kind of a traditional color. Still no black in sight coming to America, unfortunately. As for sizes, it should still be the 128 and 512 gigabyte storages in this phone. As for a release date, none is known right now, but look at that, silver, and hopefully it'll be out sooner than later. So let's get into the news. Now, today is definitely Apple Day, but before we get into all the Apple news that was announced today at their announcement conference, let's talk about the update that's being pushed out currently for the Galaxy Note 9. Now, if you have a Galaxy Note 9, there is an update being pushed out. It is the September security patch. It's a fairly small update in terms of size, 71.84 megabytes. And then other than that, we don't really know too much about the update. It looks like it's just a security update. If I checked on my phone, I don't currently have it. I have the unlocked version here in America. Let me know if you've received this update, and if you have, let us know if there's anything special about that update. Next up, let's talk about all the products that Apple announced today. The first is the Apple Watch Series 4. Now, the watch versus last year's version is 30% larger display, has a thinner body with the same battery life as last year, which was about 18 hours. ECG reader, so that's a brand new feature, and you put your finger on the crown. It has fall detection, so if you fall, it'll call an emergency number if you don't have any movement after 1 minute. And it's basically a lot of health features added into it. So if you're big into health, it's going to be, have it be for working out or just general health, especially checking on your heart and things like that. It's going to be perfect for you. As for pricing, you're looking at $399 for the GPS version or $499 for the LTE version. The Series 3 watch dropped down to $280. Pre-order is September 14th, and September 21st is when this watch will be released. Next up, we have the iPhone XR, which is their lower price LCD version of their iPhone, and it comes with the A12 Bionic chip, which is their new chip, which is in all the same iPhones that are released this year. It also has faster Face ID, comes in a bunch of colors here. You can see red, look at coral, also comes in yellow. You have the blue, you have the white, and then you also have the space gray or black. This one's going to start shipping on October 26th. Pre-order is October 19th. Prices start at $749. So fairly expensive for this phone. So if you're looking to get in the iPhone game at the cheapest price, for the new phones, that's what the lowest price it's going to start off at. And then for capacities, you're looking at 64 gigs, 128, and also 256 gigabytes of storage. And then lastly, we have the iPhone XS and iPhone XS Max. So it's the 5.8 inch and the 6.5 inch, just exactly what we were expecting from them on this phone. And again, faster Face ID performance, better screens in terms of better colors and things like that. Got the A12 Bionic chip. Pre-orders on these are September 14th and delivery by September 21st. They come in 64, 256, and 512 gigabytes of storage, and they start, pricing is $999 on the smallest 5.8 inch one, and then they go as high as $1,449 for the 512 gigabyte max version. So there you guys go. That is the new iPhones and new Apple Watches. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Did anything impress you about those new iPhones or the Apple Watch? Again, let me know in the comments down below. For me, it's it's easy to get hyped up over the conference because they're so good at selling what they do. So it's like, damn, I kind of want it, but in the back of my mind, I know that if I touch an iPhone or an iPad, I'm gonna get bored. Every time I do, it's nice looking hardware, but I don't know, the software just kind of bores me. So that's my take on it, just on a surface level about today's event. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the LG V40, which we have not been talking a lot about on this channel. This camera phone will have 5 cameras on it. That's right, it's gonna have 3 on the back, and I'll have 2 cameras on the front with minimal bezels on the phone overall. You'll see just a small bezel at the top, so no notch, which is a nice thing to see, at least from this screenshot, is what it's supposed to look like, and then a very small bezel at the bottom. But other than that, the interesting part about this is that they sent out invites. I did not get invited. Some other people did get invited, so you're looking at LG V40 ThinQ, take 5. That's 5 cameras. Come and see what's next. October 3rd, 2018, 5 p.m., New York City. Details to follow, so that's looking like the launch date for the new LG V40 ThinQ. Next up, if you're looking to get either an iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, or the new Apple Series Watch 4, pre-orders start tonight. Now, Mac Rumors made this handy dandy little guide. Depending upon where you live, you can see what time pre-orders will start. So for me, I'm on United States West Coast. You're looking at 12:01 a.m. That is tonight or tomorrow morning, however you want to say it. But basically, I'm making this video at 3 p.m. You're looking at about 8-9 hours from where I am right now, where it's going to start. And then again, if you live somewhere else or somewhere in the United States or another country or whatever, it shows that on here. So again, pre-orders starting tonight if you're looking to get the new iPhone or the new Apple Watch. And the last story of the day, not a surprise because we've been talking about this for a while, just more, hard rumors coming out about the new Galaxy S10 Plus. Then it's going to have 3 versions, but the most ultimate version is going to have, or at least what this story is saying, and from rumors we've heard in the past, 5 cameras. You're looking at 3 on the back, 2 on the front, just like we were talking about that LG V40 ThinQ. Samsung, the highest model, will also have the same. In terms of cameras, you're looking at like a wide-angle lens, and then a super wide-angle lens, and a telephoto lens. I'm excited about that super wide-angle lens. I really love wide-angle lenses. I love just capturing so much, information or video footage when you can be super close to it. It's really nice. I love it. So I'm excited about that. And looking at when that phone will be coming out, you're probably looking at February, March, again, 2019, when we'll be able to pick up that Galaxy S10. If you hear a baby in the back, it's my son. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the Razer Phone 2. It is officially going to be announced on October 10th, 2018. And you can see they're going to have a 5 p.m., I'm assuming 5 p.m. VIP preview. 5:45 event opens. 6:30 the keynote with the Razer CEO, and then a mobility showcase at 7:30. Invited guests only, non-transferable. Formal invitation to follow. This phone is supposed to have a very similar to design versus what we got on the last phone. So kind of a boring, thick look to it. Snapdragon 845, 8 gigabytes of RAM, dual camera, 120 hertz motion monitor display, I should say, on there, so ultra smooth on the movements, because right now most all phones are 60 hertz. This will be 120 hertz, just like last year's phone. And the last story of the day is about the Google Pixel 3, and it looks like it's going to be coming out in 3 colors according to a leak. And you can see right here that it looks like it's going to come in a mint color, a white color with mint as well, like so you'd have like a mint outline or a mint button color, and then black with either like kind of like a light gray or white button on there. But yeah, those are interesting colors to say the least. Last year you had white, black, and really blue, and I'm digging the mint. I might have to go the mint way. I think it's beautiful. I'm excited about it. Let's get into the news. The first story of the day is about the new iPhones that are going to be released very soon. The official release date is September 21st, but some people that have ordered the new iPhone and Apple Watches from Apple that are due to be delivered on the 21st are actually preparing to ship right now. So you're looking at possibly these phones could be in the hands of people earlier than the official hard release date of September 21st. Maybe it'll get there Wednesday or Tuesday, maybe Thursday, but it looks like it possibly could get there a little bit sooner than later, and that goes for the iPhone. These names are so weird. I always have to, it takes me a second to remember them. iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and then also the Apple Watch Series 4. So if you've ordered one of those, check your order on apple.com, if you've ordered it from apple.com, and check to see if it's preparing to ship. I checked my AT&T order. My wife wants to try out the phone. She's thinking about switching from from Pixel back over to iPhone. I'm like, oh my God, don't do it, but she wants to try it at least. So we have one, and then if she doesn't like it, we'll just return it, pay that restocking fee with AT&T. But hers still says in progress, not preparing to ship, nothing like that. So looks like Apple's the only one in that boat currently. And the last story of the day is about the Galaxy Note 9, the silver edition. Now, if you remember, maybe a week ago, I talked about the Galaxy Note 9 releasing a silver edition of the Galaxy Note 9. It was only going to come out in America. Well, it looks like SamMobile.com has done a little digging and found that this possibly could not be true. It might actually come out in more countries. Now, taking a look at their list, you can see it's countries for everywhere from, the Middle East, aka Saudi Arabia, Kenya, which is in Africa, Europe, you got Switzerland and Germany, South Africa, Brazil, so South America as well. Basically, a lot of other countries could possibly be getting the silver edition of the Galaxy Note 9, which is not a huge surprise, but if you're holding out for that silver edition, it looks like you might be in luck depending upon where exactly you live. Let's get into the news. The only story we have of the day is about the Galaxy S10. Comes from DJ Ko, CEO of the mobile division of Samsung. He was doing a Chinese media event or tour of some sorts, and he came out and said that the Galaxy S10 will have design changes that will be very significant. Now, if you think about that for a second, the Galaxy S8, S9 really didn't have any significant changes. They were basically more or less the same phone in terms of design, except for the fingerprint sensor on the back, really. So we're looking at the S10 being a significant change from what we've seen in the past, with at least the last few years, and that's to be expected. If anything that we've been hearing about with the S10 is that it's going to have 5 cameras, or at least the S10 Plus will, 3 cameras on the back, 2 on the front, possibly no bezel at all, the top or the bottom, really just like holes for ports. We'll have to wait and see if they end up doing that. He also came out and said that there will be some beautiful colors as well. And we've heard about these colors in the past, one of them possibly being green, which is a throwback to, I believe, the S6 had green, or the S5, no, maybe it was S5 or S6 had green as a color for the Galaxy phone. So if you're waiting for this phone, the phone's looking to come out probably February, March of 2019, which is about 5-6 months from where we are right now. With the phones that have just come out, you've had the Galaxy S9 that came out in, I believe it was March or April of 2018, and then you had the Galaxy Note 9 that just came out in August of 2018. So again, they're pushing these phones out furiously fast for the most part, 2 flagship phones every single year. So if you're looking for something to be excited about with the Galaxy S10, a major redesign is something to look forward to for sure. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos every single day. My question out to you guys is, what is it going to take for you guys to be able to purchase a Galaxy S10 in terms of, is it going to need that big redesign? Is it going to need maybe better performance, better cameras? What is it going to need to make you really make that purchase and go from the phone you have right now? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the road. Peace.